Now the vales and dells of Talarain stand abandoned. The once great citadels that stood in triumph now lie in ruins. Once pure, they have left the land, and with it, the mark of mortal sins.
How goes the work? The monsters are dropping like flies, I hope. Very well. Just let me see how much I owe you. Well, there we are. All even. Would you like to continue helping me? I have refreshed your vials. Return when all 4 have changed color, and I will pay you. Remember, they will change color after you've slain 10 kobolds, 5 Kuraks, 3 Etten, and 3 of the Jotun. Good hunting. Well, perhaps we'll speak later. wanderer.
The walls of Glir Rathwen came crashing to the ocean's turmoil. Our people, despaired and battle-weary, hiding from the ogre's fists, saw Beala Tirin atop the revered spire, dressed in priestly garb and circled by a camp of mages. Wise Tirin called forth the grace of Lyria, her beauteous song, paragon of the ethereal. The people climbed to her side, a summit cloister of spell-woven forces. She smote the Jotun from the hallowed pinnacle, and never again did they return. Rathir, she named the place where sharp rocks break the water's surface. This home for all Dokulfar, the lunar crag of Lyria, founded in the 14th year after the parting.
First, the Pyrrhal tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads and hawks, made by the white caps of the waves before they crashed. Then 1,000 other wonders in my lands have faded, failed, and fallen still. All I know and love is slipping from my grasp. Will I watch the last of life flow from my land? Will I stand still as stone while the essence of its beauty drains away? No. Like Issa girding armor against Own, I, Mihari, will wrestle with the sinking sun, if that is what it takes to keep my land.
You've come to Nareen Farm, what's left of it, that is. Here we are after years away, and it's as if, well, as if the Earth's forgotten us. Without some kind of miracle, it's no farm at all. Mind you, I'm well aware that's just how Tyrion's Rest wants it. To think we once called them friends and neighbors. Am I right, Auric? When the war came and burned our farm, they turned their backs on the likes of us. Oh, he's a bit quiet, I know, but he's the man for me. Wouldn't have no other. Look at it, laid out before you. How many nights that we've been lonesome wanderers have I dreamed of seeing this again, and now, at last, we've returned. That Orella, she was what you'd call quite a bit adventurous before the war came and she took up the priestess mantle. Me and Auric here have come back to farm our land. We've been many years away, endured many a trial and hardship to return. That, or it's forgotten how to be a farm. We'll have no choice but to leave, unless some miracle comes and... Why, Auric dear, we'd clean forgot the paling wand. Oh, but it's deep in the hollow, and the Adaris Hollow's not safe. Not safe at all. Well, if the stories are true, Arik's granddad used it to tame this high land and make crops grow. He'd always say how he had to return it to the hollow, so the hollow's magic could fill it up again. Our seeds don't take, or they turn into other plants. The weeds grow monstrous, and the tilled earth wanders out of planted rows. It's hopeless. You would? There are all sorts of wild fae in there. Oh, but that wand would save us. Adaris Hollow's due south, just below the bluff. If you can bring the wand to us, I don't know how we'll thank you. Let us hope it is, or we'll have no choice but to leave once more. Well, you'll find the hollow due south, and the slope down from the bluff. So long.
I saw you speaking with the vagrants on Beggar's Bluff. What lies have they told you? Why have you come this way? You must not. Lyria has cast them out. The very fact that they must debase our blessed valley with Fae sorcery proves it. Instead, you should bring the wand to me. Priestess Lorella will destroy it, and that will be an end to that. They'll be forced to go. We are truly blessed that she is here to lead us. I'm fortunate she holds me in her closest confidence. I will not deny the Nareens lived here once. I even played with Arik as a girl, but they have no place here anymore. Lyria did not shield them from the Tuatha. It was against her will that they remain. Galafor has been sanctified and blessed by Lyria. Those who weathered her wrath unscathed are blessed as well. Those heights across the Vale went by another name before the war. Now, because of the filthy refugees who wander in from the Western Plains, we call it Beggar's Bluff. Only to see those vagrants leave our land peacefully, nothing more. Fear not, you will be rewarded with gold as well as Lyria's grace. Please, think on my offer. Be guided by Lyria's will. Please, think on my offer.
I have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the earth. I've left it shivering and stripped bare. I hold its dying magic in my arms.
You've been to the Hollow? Did you find the Paling Wand? 1,000 blessings on your head! Look, Arik, the Paling Wand! Just as your grandfather spoke of it. You've given us hope when we needed it most. We have little to offer but these herbs. Take them, and bless you. I, for one, will take great joy in wishing her sour face a blessed day every time we meet. For now.
Hello. Prince of Spring raised his sword toward the breaking dawn, and he called down the glory of the newborn morning. Issa bequeathed to the land the talisman of fate. With its power, the earth rose to defend the birthplace of light, our cradle of summer. So the great cycle swathed Own of the Thulian dusk in the arcane veil, and Issa planted the gardens after the storm, and nurtured the court of summer by the ruins of fire. time may sap this country dry and night put out its spark, still one valley will not be changed. For in its depth lies buried all the magic from these lands, and I will call it Gallifore, and it will sing my dying song long after all the rest is dust.
A fledgling hunter by the looks of it. What's someone so soft doing in the Caelid Coast? Don't you know this is Bolgan country? Those red devils are really digging in. I've slain many on my hunt for Chernobog. The scars don't give me away? Ha! You're probably the first person in recorded history not to recognize the mighty Alof the Hunter. Usually my reputation precedes me. As for why I am here in this muggy puddle of piss, I intend to conquer Chernobog, the mighty Bolgan, and win his eye as my trophy. But first he must be summoned, for he won't just face any foe, you know. Only those he deems worthy to smite with his blade. Ha! You're certainly welcome to try, but I'm afraid he'll be much too dead by the time I finish with him. Besides, you still have the offering to consider. Chernobog will only battle those who can prove their ferocity. It is his way of swatting away the flies who don't offer enough of a thrill for his fiery blood. If you can collect the eyes of 10 Bolgans, then you are clearly a warrior who deserves a reckoning. Set the eyes upon Chernobog's war lanterns and the beast will emerge. Ha! My hunts are the stuff of legend. Not even that Fey armor-tear can boast to have tracked and slain more prey than I. And now I intend to claim Chernobog, the Bolgan champion, as my greatest trophy from the Caelid Coast. A plucky little fella, that one. I'd be surprised if he survives another night in the Caelid Coast. Here he is only meat for the Bolgan. The Tuatha and the Bolgan have kept this land in their greedy pockets for more than 10 years. They can have it for all I care. It's a stagnant pit of decay and despair. The oldest and mightiest of the living Bolgan, he led the armies of Gadflo to victory over the houses of Ancilla and Gassir. Chernobog may be ancient and marred by war, but don't let that fool you. He is as strong as ever. I've traveled the world and hunted all manner of beasts. I tracked them down, claimed their heads and hides as mine. Krang the Etin, I slew him, as I did the Fist of Corthis and the clan of Craddock elders in Gallifore. Grand fellows and courageous to a fault. They're the ones who accompanied me this far, helped me pass through all their bloody checkpoints. Of course, once I had the chance to take leave of them, I did. One doesn't need a band of glory hunters following him on the most glorious hunt of his career. By offering the bloodthirsty beast the eyes of 10 Bolgan that you have slain. Once you place that bloody offering on the pedestal and light the war fires, the ugly brute will emerge. Goodbye.
We are linked, you and I. You know what I am. Who I am. That is a knowledge that cannot be forgotten. Lord Eren Gastir was a very wealthy lord and a powerful landowner. I don't care to speak much more on the subject, thank you. Farewell.